Hey there, Switch gamers, dropping into a classic Bad Dudes on Nintendo Switch. This I played this game as a kid in the arcade.
Turbo's Arcade presents Bad Dudes.
That's hilarious. Bad Dudes. So here we go. Insert coin. Continue. Start new game. So cool that you can just like press the trigger and insert a bunch of coins. And here we go. President Ronnie has been kidnapped. That's never good. Are you bad enough, dude? So you gotta just jump and attack. That's it, right? But you can do... See, he thinks he's like doing the Super Mario block punch. Ooh, nice! Did you see me catch that with my foot in midair? Kick that sucker. So we're playing in RGB mode with scan lines. This is widescreen, you know, back in the day. These games were on square monitors. So unfortunately for them to fit in widescreen today, you have to like stretch them out, you know? It's different with movies because they were filmed in widescreen and then cropped for square TVs. So now when an older movie is put on a current format, you can actually see it as it was intended in widescreen. Not the case with games because they were actually created, sadly, in the square 4x3. So this is Karnov, I think. He's got his own game, Karnov's Revenge. He breathes fire. There's the fire. Oh yeah, oh, the range on that super punch is not very far. And you can't jump. If I jump, I lose it. I don't even know if I can walk. Do I have to stand? Oh, I hit him. Man, the way games were designed back in the day to punish you and just take your quarters is so cruel and unfair. But it's amazing now, these days, you just press a button and insert coins and continue. This guy has a habit of going off the screen, which is driving me crazy. I'm trying to keep him on the screen. Is he dead? Dead. I love the fact that it has video recording. Not all the Switch games have the video recording option yet, but Bad Dudes does. So kudos to them for that. Oh, here we are. Looks like Optimus Prime's truck. You can see there's my life and health hiding under my face. I got a knife right now. Let's go ahead and look. There's the aspect ratios you can choose. 16:9. Or the original 4x3. This is how the game was originally looked and meant to be played. And you can see it's not stretched out to fit the wide. You know, the graphics aren't like pulled to meet the screen, which is why it's best to play on 4x3, and it's best to play like old school consoles on an old CRT TV rather than on a widescreen. So we could also, if we want, turn off the put it back to 16:9 or filled. Actually, I'm going to use. And we can turn off the scan lines. Check it out. Because today's monitors don't use scan lines. So they're actually being like simulated. There you go. No scan lines. While it does look better and more modern, any retro gamer worth his salt wants those scan lines. But you can choose. What's cool is you can actually pick what you want. There's your scan lines round, composite, RGB, S-Video, VHS. These are all, you know, different types of modes and connections that we've had to grow through over the years. Oh man, look at this. And you know, back in the day when you had RCA and things started supporting S-Video, it made a big difference. The S-Video was so much sharper. And then when you got to switch to component or composite, it was even way better than S-Video. And then the better one is if you had RGB, then you were in the money. And that was just the sharpest and best looking. Oh, look at that. A cute girl in stretchy pants, whatever you want to call those, with the, you know, those pants with little squares on them. And I just cracked her in the head and beat the crud out of her with nunchucks. Not very nice. It was a mesh pants. Fishnet. That's it. Fishnet stockings. This is important stuff. We need to get the terminology correct. Alright, so I can walk. I just can't jump. So... Alright, let's beat up Shredder here. Or Edward Scissorhands. Sadly, my guy only has one sound sample for being hit. And he's dead. That is the sound of your quarters being violently taken away from you. Look at the cheapness. I mean, the way he just jumps around and cheap shots you. Oh man, I cracked him with my super right in the face. He didn't appreciate that very much. Head kicks. Holly Holm style. Boom, no. Oh, I wanted to. He's gonna, I'm bad. To finish him. I wanted to finish him with the super punch, but that didn't work out. I think the next end boss resembles, yeah, it does. It resembles like Shinobi. He does like ninjutsu magic or whatever, where he separates into a million different Shinobis. You know how Shinobi does in the game, and he shoots all over the place. Except in this game, he separates into a bunch of different ninjas, and you have to fight them. Those are fishnet girls. Oh yeah, 2 girls, 1 shot, fist to the face. Alright, so this, you've already got an idea of Bad Dudes. If you've never played it in the past, it's unlikely you're going to want to play it now. If you did, then this is your childhood game, faithfully restored to life and placed on the Nintendo Switch. With all the options of old, from different types of connections, 4x3, scan lines, no scan lines. Is it worth the money? That's a tough one to answer. The game doesn't hold up to today's standards by any stretch. But as someone who grew up playing these games in the arcade, I spent more than $5 or $6 that the game costs right now. I spent more than that in quarters in a single session, and you know, without getting very far. So it really depends on how you look at it as far as is it worth the price of entry. It's really tough to review this game and compare it to today's games because you just can't. But as far as a little dose of nostalgia and being the cheapest it's ever been to play this game, short of you know, ROMs and emulators, which I don't believe in or participate in, you know, dropping quarters at the arcade or even owning the arcade cabinet. That was how you played previously. So to play these games for $5 or $6 and then be able to just insert endless quarters and make your way through it is really cool. For me, it's an opportunity to see the later levels or finish a game I never had even the slightest chance of finishing, you know, as a kid in the arcade. Just didn't have enough quarters to feed this thing. So to see the end of Double Dragon, for example, and rescue the pretty girl with the red skirt and her little underwear sticking out, that's a lot of fun for me right now. Back in the day, it cost me too much money. This game, never saw the end of it. Now, if I want to, I can park here on my Nintendo Switch and beat all the ninjas I want for just a single cost of entry of like, what is it, $6 or $7, whatever this game costs. Nice! A little spin kick. I'm bad. I know you are. You're the baddest. And it supports video. It's so cool. So whether or not this game is worth the money is totally up to you. There's a lot of really great games on eShop these days for $5 or $6 or $7. I mean, really, really, really good games. And clearly this game doesn't hold up to today's newer, smaller, lower cost indie games that we can get. But if you want to play Bad Dudes, you want to remember your childhood, this is a great version of Bad Dudes. It is not a version of Bad Dudes. It is Bad Dudes, and it's probably the easiest it's ever been to play, and the most cost-effective it's ever been to play. And it's on Nintendo Switch. You can literally just pick it up and take it with you. So it's a cool game. It's the kind of game I'd play probably once, but worth it to me to play it that once. So there you go. Let me know what you think of these older arcade games, and if you play any. This fire guy just runs away. He just runs in and runs away. Never actually does anything. Let me know what you think. For me, I'm gonna do the save game state and drop back into this game another time and hope to see the end for the first time in my life. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye.